Hi, I'm Terri Haswell with hasWellness Family Solutions, and I just wanted to take just a moment and get a little bit vulnerable with you and share a little bit about my story, how I became an emotions mentor coach, and why I would love to be your emotions mentor coach. So, about me, I would say the person that I used to be, I didn't have a lot of self-worth or self-confidence. I don't know that people knew that, but I did not have that. There was some abuse in the past. I was overweight. I had this weight used as a protection, that wall between myself and people. It was my safe place, I guess, even though I didn't like it. I was a people pleaser. I didn't realize that this is what I was doing, but I thought that my relationships were based on what I could do for others, and that would make them like me or need me. I was insecure. I became very stressed. I had a lot of negative thinking. I went through some depression. I went through infertility. And for someone who already doesn't have a lot of confidence or self-worth, going through infertility really zaps it for you. I mean, my body wouldn't do what it was supposed to do. And so I didn't like myself. I really didn't like myself. There have been times where I felt very hopeless and helpless. And I'm a Christian. Like, I love God and I know He loves me. But I don't know that I could fully embrace His love for me because I didn't like myself. So when you don't love yourself, it's hard to give what you don't have or what you haven't experienced. So granted, I know He loves me, but I didn't love myself. So there was a barrier there. I had that wall, right? Even with God, I had that wall. And we all have our baggage and we all have our battles. And we have a lot of internal conversations. And if anybody listened to my internal conversations, they would recognize that I was not very nice to myself. They would know how I felt about myself. But I wasn't that way to others, but I was that way to myself. So I started going through this journey and learning about the mind, body, and spirit connection. You know, there were times where I would do a lot in the whole spiritual, like I would have Bible studies and I was seeking, but I still felt like there was something wrong with me. And then I've worked on the body and I've tried different things. I've tried different diets. I've tried different things to get myself better and to get past the infertility and all of those things, this natural path that I've gone through with my body. But I don't know that I fully went through everything for my mind, right? So they all work together. And when one is not healthy, the others suffer also. And then you get in this vicious cycle and you can't remember where it started, what you should work on first. And we need to work on all three. It's important to work on all three. So I just wanted to stop the insanity. And back when I was going through infertility, I went through counseling and absolutely loved it. I mean, it was amazing. It did help me in my relationships, help me with my relationship with God. I loved it so much I wanted to help others. I became a lay counselor in my church and I worked with others. And then when I became a parent, which is a great miracle God story in itself, I wanted to be the best parent that I could be. So I went through the Positive Discipline Parent Educator certification program. And I love this program because it is all about helping kids recognize what the belief behind the behavior is and recognize their self-worth and recognize their value and be able to believe in themselves, and helping parents help the children do that, because I don't want other kids to grow up and feel the way about themselves the way that I've felt about myself. So that was an awesome certification, and I've been helping people with that as well. But there was still a disconnect. I still believed all of these things, did all of these things, but I still didn't treat myself kindly. Or I still had some things, I didn't uncover some roots. So I continued the process of learning, and I went through the Emotions Mentor certification course. And that's where I dug up the roots. That's where I got to the roots. I went through healing my family history in this course. I was coached during this course. So to be a coach, I needed to be coached. So I had a lot of healing through this process. And I want to share that healing with you. I want you to have the same thing that I've gone through. I have better boundaries now. I love myself now, if you can't tell. I have better relationships, both spiritually and with others. I lost over 25 pounds and over 20 inches. Amazing. I didn't think I had the capability of doing that. I always thought that's great for other people. And that's where most of us start, right? We think, oh gosh, if I just lost weight, then, I'll feel better about myself. If I just lost weight, then I'd have those better relationships, whatever. But if we don't deal with the other areas, then again, we're going to go back to where we started. So I started believing in myself and loving myself and healing before I started that weight loss program. So before it started here. And without that, I don't think I could have continued it. So many people fall off the wagon. And again, like I said, we gain weight back again. I couldn't have gone through that had I not been where I am because of Emotions Mentor Coaching. So, a lot of changes, a lot of tools, a lot of new habits, a lot of new thought processes, better emotions, more emotionally intelligent, if you will. I'm better able to handle those emotions and how I use those emotions when dealing with others. So I want that for you. So what we would do is we would uncover the root of where a lot of your emotions are coming from. Go through healing your family history. We would go through different processes, and we would dig up those roots. We would get rid of the weeds. We plant new seeds. We'll water those seeds and nurture them. We've got tools and techniques that will help you. I'll walk alongside you through this whole process. You will be empowered. You're going to have those tools and techniques that you're going to be able to do for yourself after we go through this program. And I would love to walk alongside you and do this for you and be your coach. So if you would like me as your Emotions Mentor Coach, go to my website and sign up for a free consultation. My website is www.hasWellness, HASWELLNESS, and then FS is in Family Solutions, hasWellnessFS.com. So I would love to be your coach, and I look forward to meeting you, and thank you so much for your time and allowing me to be vulnerable with you. Thanks. Bye-bye.